Professor, I hope this letter finds you well. As for me, I am in quite a predicament. I am writing to you from 10 years in the future.
Alright, this is going to be another quick review for you all. Honestly, there's not much I can say about Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. For those of you who don't know, the Professor Layton games are primarily that of the puzzle and adventure game genres. You are simply tasked with solving riddle after riddle, and to keep things interesting, a story is thrown in here for good measure. The main protagonists are Professor Layton, a top hat-wearing gentlemanly English stereotype, and Luke, his young apprentice and #1 fan. The two are based off Sherlock Holmes and John Watson, so think of these two as more of a child-friendly take on these characters. I can't say much about the game in particular, as it plays exactly the same as The Curious Village and The Diabolical Box. The story stood out for me though, as it's a tale of time travel, and how Layton and Luke must travel 10 years into the future to save the dystopian future of the city of London. How, you might ask? By solving a whole load of riddles. How else? Admittedly, it does feel a bit silly when you've got people saying, "Hey, help me with this riddle and I'll show you where to find the clock shop." So you solve the riddle, and what does he do? He's like, "Jimmy, the top head freak got us out of our maths homework. Make a run for it."
It just doesn't seem to add up, Professor.
The riddles have been presented to you in a way so that you won't ever get stuck. If you can't work out the puzzle, then you can use the hint system. You find coins scattered throughout the world, and these can be spent to help you with any tough puzzles you can't figure out. Each puzzle has 4 hints, with the last one being a super hint. This practically solves the riddle for you, but you'll end up feeling like an idiot if you intend to use it. And even if you don't use it, you can cheat by using the super hint, turning your DS off and on again, and loading up your last save so you don't have to use up any hint coins. I'll admit it, I did this a couple of times.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain calm and refrain from panicking!
On a presentational level, the Unwound Future is very impressive. The game has many cutscenes and much of the dialogue has been given voiceovers, with the same actors from previous games reprising their roles. Interesting fact for you, much like Bart Simpson, Luke is voiced by a woman.
I honestly thought you were pulling my leg.
Because the DS is quite a kiddie-friendly console, the dialogue has been written in a way to suit the minors a little more.
If this letter is indeed authentic, how did it get here?
By time-traveling postman? Just joking, of course.
But the stupidest line belongs to Layton himself. Just watch.
Something's gone very wrong.
Something's gone very wrong. Something has gone very wrong. Let's recap, shall we? You've got a huge explosion that has most likely injured several people, a machine that looks like it's on loan from Darth Vader, the Prime Minister's wife has just fainted, the Prime Minister himself looks like Mr. Fredricksen from Up, Luke's animator is obviously high, and this guy started to curse the names of English novelists.
What the dickens just happened?
And you say something's gone very wrong.
Something about this entire presentation seems a bit off.
So yeah, the script is very kid-friendly, but you can leave the brain workouts to the puzzles. There are plenty of puzzles too, and that's not to mention extra downloadable ones for Nintendo Wi-Fi. Professor Layton and the Unwound Future, much like its predecessors, is a tremendous game. If you have never played a Professor Layton game before, then there's no need to worry, as this game doesn't rely on prior knowledge of the series. That said, the previous 2 games aren't that different, and will most likely be cheaper. So I say buy them first. If you have played the previous 2, then this is easily a full price game. There's no reason to replay the game's puzzles, but there's enough content here to justify your hard-earned money. If you weren't fond of the other Layton games, then this won't change your mind. But this game gets your brain thinking whilst actually being entertaining, so it beats brain training any day if you ask me. My next review shall be for The Lord of the Rings Aragorn's Quest. And don't forget to rate, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I shall see you in my next video.
This one's as good as solved. Phew, that's a relief.